Pinky. Just gonna grab his ass.
Get your ass over here, boy.
He's like, fuck.
This is my cat, guys. What do you want to say to the people, dog? Habla, cabrón. Háblale.
It's like, ayuda.
I wonder if we can hear his purrs.
Pretty sure we can. We can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it. We're gonna have to
Just be quiet.
check the tapes.
You can see it on your thing. There's a little spike on it.
I'm like, di algo, güey. Di algo. I'm like, he usually does this, guys. I don't know, like. He's like, ¿qué onda, güey? Welcome, everybody, to CharroBeans podcast.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Mariachi podcast, where we talk about mariachi and stuff. This is episode 96. You're located here in Fort Worth, Texas, coming to you live. Not live, but you know what I mean. Like you're gonna see us eventually. You know. This is episode 96. You know what the fuck is up. How are you, Victor?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. How's your beard doing?
I think I'm gonna give it another month and then it's gonna go away.
Another month? Dang, it's gonna get really fluffy.
Well, I might trim it. Just
I was gonna say, like, well, I told you get like a trimmer that cuts to a certain length. It just do the whole thing. I see.
Uno del tres, just be like,
Yeah. So I mean, you could do that, or you could just. But if you shave it completely, it's gonna be a big look change. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, is that what
Change
you
of
want to
look.
do?
yeah.
Damn. Well, I mean, I can't.
I'm not a beard guy because now you can see what I'm talking about. Like, it's like this big as patch.
But you can trim it. Like,
I don't want that though because if I have this, I said it before, I'll look like a pedophile.
I mean, just trim the higher parts.
So I gotta go, bro.
You're a lot hairier than most guys, though. You got like a lot of hair in a lot of places. In a lot of places, bro.
Wait.
Like me, like for example, I don't have armpit hair, but you do.
Hella.
Like yeah, and I mean I have a little bit, but it's like it's not a considerable amount. Like you could probably you'd have to look for them, is what I'm saying. Like you couldn't just like be like boom armpit hair. Like
That's it makes me self-conscious too because I also have chest hair, and it builds like down. You know what? I'm like it's like flashy.
it goes out to the good stuff, dude.
But it makes me self-conscious because I have a class at UNT from like 2 to 3:20.
Mm-hmm.
So I should and it's Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right. Oh no, there's movement.
We're gonna get interrupted by.
So what you will see right now, guys, is my dog coming in at full force. I apologize. Hey, might as well be part of the podcast.
Hey, so.
Hey, Sophie. Oh yeah, try not to let her. Yeah. No. Hi. No.
Hola.
No. It's okay. Ya déjala porque
Sorry, so.
si no va a ser un desmadre. So my dog is very much I like to say she's a missile. So when she comes at you. It's like a you know.
If you're a guy, you gotta watch out. Like
It's because it's like they're very excited. She's a very excited dog, so like she gets very into everything. So like for example, like if she sees anybody, you could be the most boring person in the world, and she can be like, "Kill no, you know," and she gets all into it, you know.
That'd be me, bro. She's like, "Kill no," I'm like, "No, nah." Like, you know?
Yeah, she's like really into you. Like for example, you walk in and she already knows you, I guess, because you come here at least once a week.
Like, but like, she knows me, but I don't come often. So I guess it's like, oh shit, it's you. You know, like it's been a while.
Well, she doesn't know you by name.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
but she knows who you are because she sees you like every single week. So she's like, oh, it's that one guy.
that's what I'm saying.
My dog is pretty bad though, as far as like protecting the house, kind of shit. Like those vibes. Like she's not the type to protect the house. That's for sure. Like I think she would like greet robbers or
Yeah.
straight
Yeah, I
up
haven't seen like
murders.
a guy that does videos like if like
If
like
oh,
personalities of dogs, and it'd
y-
be like a robber walks in and the golden retriever's like, hey, like,
yeah,
can I play? And then
yeah,
German Shepherd's like, you got 3 seconds. It's like,
yeah. No, she's not a good guard dog. She's way too friendly. And she's very like not aggressive and like a mean
oh,
way.
she probably scare him. If
Yeah,
you think about it, like a robber walks in and she's like, oh hey, and like she's like
yeah,
running at you. You're like, oh fuck.
yeah. But I mean, it's cool. So yeah, you're a hairy person. So I mean, yeah,
right. And what I do for Thursday, since I have a planta in Dallas, I'm like, there's no point in going home. Like, might as well go through traffic once. Because if I leave at 3 from UNT, that's a traffic from 35
right.
south. And then traffic from 820, 183.
Yeah,
So I'm like, might as well just go from here to the planta. And I changed outside the restaurant.
this Thursday.
Yeah.
This past Thursday?
Yeah, so like Arturo parked next to me, or I got there and Arturo was there, so I parked next to him, and I'm just looking around. I'm like, fuck, like I took out like my shirt. And I'm just,
I was
like,
gonna say
sick.
because I don't think you're small enough to change inside of a car.
I am. It's just uncomfortable.
Because like you, for example, like you're too tall. You don't fit in the places that you're at. Like me and my truck, I already have a system. Like I put my seat all the way down, and then I put the seat all the way down, and then I also put the steering wheel up, and then like I lie down like to change. So like I'm like this, and I'm like taking stuff out. Plus like every time that I'm changing in there, like I don't want anybody to see me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, pues, estoy encuerado, güey. I don't want people to see my body. You know, like my very white body. Like people are gonna be like, oh, ¿qué es eso? You know. So I don't want that to be out there like that. So like I try to be real incognito with it, but it's hard. So I would think that you, like, if you're getting out,
It's just like
calzones
what
pa'
stalls
fuera.
me is that what stalls me is like putting on pants
yeah,
and like to put them on like when you're sitting down you can't I can't do this like stretch out and like do that.
yeah.
So what I would do is like I would exit the car, like put them on good, and then I get
Yeah.
back in, and I would take off
Yeah.
my shirt and then all that, and then to
Yeah.
put on my boots, I have to open the door to like get my feet out, like,
Yeah.
reach down. So what I did is like, you know what, I'll just make it real quick, just pants off, pants in, and then shirt in, like.
Because some boots también they aren't made to be put on like easily.
Yeah.
Like the blue boots we have, like for that Mariachi that I
Yeah.
have, I have to do a whole fucking acrobat like stretch to get them on, because like, you know how they have that little not palanquita.
Did it come off? Yeah, the little.
You can like if you have botines, you know, they have like a little piece hanging off of it.
It's
And
like
you
a
can
little
put your
hook
finger in there and
hinge.
just kind of like slide on the boot.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to do,
Little
but se me rompieron
Yeah.
on
mine
both
too.
of them. So like now, like when I grab that edge, like I can't do it. So like I have to like stick my fingers in like 2-3 at a time and like pull and then like push at the same time. Like it's not something that I can do easily. Basically,
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So like once I got that, I thought when I first got the boots that they would loosen up into a good like sweet spot of when they're gonna start feeling like more comfortable. You know, they never did. We've had those trajes for like years now. Shit, like many years, like many. I think we got them in 2016
17.
or 17 or something like that.
That's when I got here.
So they're pretty new, and I mean I'm pretty old now. I mean they're used, you know. And those blue boots, I've still used the same ones. I know some of the guys in the Mariachi have already like replaced them, but mine are still going strong. I mean, other than that piece that ripped off, which then got me thinking like, whoever made these boots, I mean, if you know that they're gonna be hard to put on, put some more durable hilo so that I can actually grab it and you know, stick my foot in there, because there's no other way to do it.
It's like, nah. It's just
Yeah.
like
You
they've got it, bro.
You probably use like the great value hilo or some shit. I don't know.
Do you have like certain steps to put your traje on?
Steps?
Yeah.
No, I mean I always put my pants on first.
Okay.
Well, I have the white shirt on first, pants, and I buckle them, and then I walk around the. I don't know. Do you do this?
Bad choice. Huh?
I don't know if you do this, but maybe it's just because I'm bigger than you. But like I walk around the house sometimes with my pants unbuttoned and unzipped, because it's just me at the house. Sometimes I don't want to take off my pants completely, but I also don't want the restriction of the belt and everything open. So I'll just walk around with it like
I feel like that'd be uncomfortable if like
For you,
because your pants will be falling off.
mine don't. Mine are being hung on by my ass. So like the curvature of my ass holds them up.
Okay. No, cause I'm just saying because sometimes like when I have something put on, like I wouldn't be able to put on my pants and then like buckle them,
Yeah.
cause the buckle or the belt itself like doesn't let me like reach down to get my put my boots on.
Your belt buckle?
Yeah. Well, my belt in general, like.
Or did you close them? Like
Yeah.
you have it? Well, that's
That's what I'm saying. Like you buckle them, but I mean, yeah. So like what I would do is like first thing, yeah, like I think pants is like the first thing you put on, cause it feels weird if you're like naked with a shirt on, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that would look kind of like, especially if you're, like, especially if you're naked, like.
Oh, I'm never.
No, I'm just saying, like it's a feeling like that, you know.
I guess.
But like, it's always pants first, and then before anything else, I put my boots next, just so I don't have to bend over.
So
after,
you're
like,
shirtless right now.
Yeah.
So
And then I put on a shirt.
So you walk around like with the pants and the boots shirtless.
No, I don't even walk because I put my shirt on next.
Well,
and
okay,
then,
what I'm saying is you have the pants on and the boots,
yeah,
but no shirt on.
yeah.
So you just got like your
Like this is
bare
like straight
titties
up.
out.
This is like straight off the shower, you know. So I'm just kind of like.
Okay, then I do the opposite. First thing I do is put on the shirt.
And then shower? No.
I'm like, I'm sitting anything but showering, bro. Like, you know what, baño? No, like, because it's opposite of for me. Like, I have the shirt on and then I put my pants on. And like the last thing I do, I guess. Well, también when you leave the house, you're dressed up, right?
For the
like,
most part.
Con el moño, con todo el desmadre, like you have it all on. I don't. I walk out like. Sometimes my neighbors like. I think they know what I do, but at the same time, like they're probably just wondering too. I mean, I have all different races here, you know, in my neighborhood. Like aquí tengo los mexicanos. Aquí al lado, I have some foreigners. They're from Europe, I think. And then los de frente, pues they're African American, you know, so they look at me and they're like, I wonder what he does. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, not everybody knows what a mariachi looks like.
You're like, is he Indian? Because he has like long hair, like.
Yeah, so like I don't know if maybe they think like I'm a waiter. I mean, we've had people tell us that think we're like matadors, you know, which
Matadores.
Yeah, like what are we doing here? And then we could also just be like, I don't know, like a waiter for a restaurant, Mexican restaurant. I don't know. There's a restaurant here in Fort Worth where they wear moños.
For real?
Yeah, but just the moños, like a black shirt. It's called La Hacienda.
Oh no!
They wear a black shirt,
buffet,
a white
right?
shirt, and it's a buffet. Yeah, and they wear the mariachi moños, like walking around like waiting tables, and that's what they wear. So I mean, when I walk out of here, my neighbors look out at me. They're like, I wonder what they're thinking. Like, damn, like, wonder what that food does. And then like the Mexicans are like, "Mira, güey, un mariachi." Like, I already know that's what they think. You know.
Mariachi.
Yeah. Toquen una, cabrón.
For real. Everywhere we go, it's always
true.
like
everywhere. Yeah, everywhere we go, it's like no falta alguien que diga eso. You know, like tocan una de chente, like, or they just start echan un grito.
Yeah.
Or it's like sir, I was born in Fort Worth. I'm sorry. Like
from Cali, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't forget. Don't ever forget. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I don't really claim California at all.
You're from Cali, bro.
I don't know, bro.
Those are your people.
That's not where I was raised.
Could have been playing with like.
I don't have that Cali lifestyle in me.
Could have been in Seoul, bro.
No. Tengo miedo, güey.
¿De qué?
Ahí espantan, güey.
De todos lados, güey.
No, I told you already. Like, if I was in California, I wouldn't be a mariachi. I would have never been a mariachi. Like, that would have never crossed my path. Like, I'm only a mariachi because I'm in this area. Like, I would have never learned guitar. Probably learned norteño music. I told you I probably would be playing accordion right now. That's what I wanted to play when I was a kid.
I think accordion's pretty cool.
It is. It's very difficult. But it looks cool, and like you're automatically like a fucking OG when you play one. Like especially if you know how to play all like the old corridos or old like just old songs, you know. That is chingon, way. I think like an accordion is the kind of instrument that just kind of like anybody can gravitate to because you're like, damn, that shit sounds so badass. No, pero see, I probably wouldn't be playing mariachi if I was still in Cali. That's for sure. Yeah.
I think you could.
No.
Or like it's like alternate universe. You're like a Walmart, and like Jose Hernandez is there, like. But like you would never know, you know.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, people already live like that. You know, like like we could be like, oh, like un mariachi, like a famous mariachi, and then they're also, but people are like, who the fuck is that guy? You know, it's just like the world that you specifically live in. You know, like a lot of these charros that live in California, that are from California, like I know, like for example, like Saul when he goes over there to play in California, like he plays here in Fort Worth and stuff like that, but he goes over there, and you could be gigging with someone that used to be in Sol, someone that used to be in Vargas, someone that used to be like, you know, in Noventa Calitlan, or they're a solo artist, like, and they just like show up to the same gig you do as a regular mariachi, you know, like so like if you're playing with someone and then you're all of a sudden playing with someone like that is like a highly respected dude, I'd be scared honestly, because I'm already like, not so much because like I'm scared, but more because like I know their track record, so I already know what they're thinking of me, like. One wrong note and I'm already like, damn, like I'm trash. I'm sorry. And then the guy's probably thinking like, damn, this was trash, you know. Like, but shit,
that was
it's a little scary, dude.
Ese era el cuate. Remember el cuate?
No.
He's the one that's like, son mamadas.
Oh yeah, like,
he's from he worked in Cali.
Oh,
like
okay.
he would tell he would tell us like he would work in Cali, like he would like, you want to do a gig, and he would show up and like it would be like a mix of like camperos and Sol and like all those other guys.
Uh-huh.
And they would invite him like for next week, and he'd be like, no, it's because you guys are like, you know, like the best, and like I suck.
Yeah.
And they would tell him like, pero nos caes bien, güey, tú vente, you know, like they'd be like, you're funny, bro, just tag along. Like
He is funny, that guy.
Yeah, he's hilarious, bro. Like he has like he does a lot of things that I don't know how he does it. I'm not gonna specify it, but like he's very funny. Like when he talks, you laugh. Like, ni te das cuenta, or she's like, this guy's cool as fuck, you know?
It's funny because he's like one of those people where like you could be like socially awkward.
Yeah.
And not say one thing, but he carries the whole conversation.
Yeah. That's
like a lot of people that benefit from people like that. Yeah. Because they're like, damn, like I don't even have to talk, bro. Like he's having a whole conversation with himself, and I'm just responding by laughing. And
that's me with this podcast, bro. I'm like,
still wait.
I'm like,
like easy way. No.
Easy.
No, but yeah, for sure, man. Like to this day, I still want to go to California one day, even if it's just like a weekend. Not so much like because I want to like make it out there, because I know a lot of people also want to do that, and that's cool. But like I want to go just to see the difference. I've always said that, like, see the difference between California and Texas, because like they're both playing mariachi or whatever, but they're both completely different. Like what do you say? Dynamic culture, like mariachi culture, you know. So I want to see how different it is, you know, or like even just to see like if I can hang over there, because I feel like here, like you put me in a situation, I feel like I could hang here, but I've seen you know, like the type of rep that's here, but over there, pues,
okay,
a lo mejor es otro desmadre, you know, like, so I don't know.
I can picture it being similar.
Tengo miedo, dude.
Like una que otra si tropiezas, you know.
Which
is normal.
One thing I do like about over there is like that a lot of their restaurants that they play over there, like, it feels like a show. Like us, like we're in the corner, we have our stuff, but like they don't put us front and center like in some of these places. Like you see all these like videos of these charros working at these restaurants, and like it's like a whole stage, and there's lights and like piñatas and decorations, and then you look at burros, and it's like, damn, like we're just kind of stuffed in the corner, and like everybody gives us like a look. Sometimes like we're in the way, and I'm like, dude, like we play here every Friday, like. The fuck, like this is what we do. Like, que quieres que haga, you know, sue me, you know. But I do like that. I like how it looks like with the mariachi like front and center, because it kind of puts the focus on the music, which is cool. And I feel like a lot of the people, the clientele anyway, they go to eat there, obviously, like get their fucking badass fajitas, but then they also go to see the mariachis. Yeah, which is cool, you know.
No, pues sí.
I'm like, damn. We're gonna go and do our one-man show, a two-man show, bro.
No mames.
Tú y yo, piénsalo, güey.
No, ya lo pensé. No, güey. No.
No marear, güey. Fuck.
I like our plantas, though.
No, they're fine.
I like seafood, for the most part.
I like them because they're the same, but siempre hay otra mamada. ¿Qué pasa? Like,
are they consistent, but like something happens?
Yeah. There's always something. There's
a talking point. Like this week, like we had like Patrick show up, and his friend Lydia,
Mm-hmm.
and I always told him like I'm glad. Well, when I walked in, like I told him like I'm glad you guys came here, cause
When you walked in, was the mariachi already there? Or was Arturo already there at Seafood Shack, or you were the
yeah,
first one
Arturo
there?
was next to me.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Cool.
we he wasn't in the restaurant,
Right.
but
You were changing.
he was
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then we carried the system down. But I was changing, so like he went ahead and went in, and then I walked in and I saw Patrick, and then I was like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
Then that's when I said the whole thing. I was like, well, I'm glad you guys came here because I feel like seafood is it runs with QT's like has a little signs like safe place, and it has like you know,
safe place.
like,
You can come here and at least you'll make it home afterwards.
yeah.
Or
Well, I mean, just run
you can sit comfortably
in the parking lot, you know, because the parking lot can be a little shady sometimes.
Yeah, because apparently people have sex out there.
Yeah, but inside the restaurant, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like it's not BYOB. You know, the food is good, and
it's
you have a
priced.
cap on the alcohol, which
Do you?
which helps. Yeah, you have like a cap of like 7 drinks, I think.
For
6.
reals?
Yeah.
I don't know. Has that shit been upheld? I don't know.
I don't know if it's upheld. I mean, I figured it'd be because if it shows up on receipts that you bought 12 shots.
Oh,
you
I
know?
guess so, yeah.
¿Qué te iba a decir? But yeah, it's all measured to where like it can be a good time, but not like a crazy time, you know, where like they call it cops.
Wild. Yeah.
Compared to Burros, where it is BYOB,
It's
and like people can drink excessively there, as we've seen before.
right.
Yo no me acuerdo, like, because that was me, you know. But like things have happened there to the point where like cops show up,
Yeah.
you know. So it's kind of
Shit,
like
Royal Rumbles,
Yeah.
fights, disturbances.
okay, and the cops are like, "You call me for this?"
I'm like obscenities.
Yeah.
Burros is like the black sheep of the plantas. Like it's
Yeah.
the most metal.
So I'm glad when people show up to see food, because I'm like, okay, you know.
Well, Patrick, who I've never met Patrick.
From?
He did tell me that I met him when he was in high school, which kind of blew my mind a little bit because apparently when he was in high school, I was at Texas State. So I was in college. You know, I don't know. I must have been either a junior or a freshman or a sophomore. That was only 2 years I did Texas State Mariachi, but. Apparently I met him then, and I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, like, because I'm usually really good with faces, but not so much like names. Like if I forget your name, I'm sorry, but like I'll say hi to you if I know your face. I'm like, "Oh, you're that guy," or you're that girl, you know. So when I saw Patrick for the first time, well, what I thought was the first time, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like this fool's tall. Because when I was walking in, you were already talking to them.
Yeah.
And I was like, the first thing I thought was like, who the fuck is this dude talking to? Because like, you don't talk to anybody. Like, you've already been tuning your guitarron or in the bathroom or I don't know, putting on a moño or something, you know. So when I walked in, I looked over and yeah, you were talking to, because he's taller than you, right? By like a little bit.
Well, he's wearing boots, so I think we're the same height.
For us,
He was wearing boots, bro. Oh, I was wearing boots too. Yeah, he's probably taller than.
because you knew him down when you were in the valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I walked in, I was like, oh, okay. Then I was like, oh shit, what's up? Like I automatically said hi because he follows the pod and stuff like that, so I know that he knows of me, you know. So at least he knows, so it wouldn't be like me, like, oh, ¿qué onda, güey? And he's like, who are you? You know, which is awkward.
Yeah.
It's awkward as hell.
That's happened to me. Like people just say hi and you're
Yeah.
like,
Hola.
mucho gusto, like, question mark.
Yeah. So I said what's up to him, and yeah, his Lydia, who was there too, I had met her before too. She's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. Because like you're right, like they got there and at least it was a seafood check and not anywhere else. But the group itself, like us, was a completely different group.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Allende really. It was just you, me, and Arturo. We had 3 ringers, you know, to come help us. You know, our whole violin section was gone. None of them were there, and then the mic isn't there, and then I mean you and me are the only armonias, but Flaco came out to help out too with a voice. So like what they heard wasn't even like us, you know, at that point. But I mean, I feel like they still had a good time, you know, and they got to watch us con el pinche desmadre, you know, like because I think the first thing I told them I was like, hey bro, like I'm sorry that what you're about to see or whatever.
Yeah.
Not so much because I don't think we ever sound like bad, honestly. I think we sound like good sometimes, but It's because, I mean, it's not really a secret, but Patrick's about to join Sol de Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Sol de Mexico, and then it's like Mariachi Allende. I mean, two ends of the spectrum. You know, like, you can't compare one to the other because it's like Vargas, you know, Nuevo, Sol, you know, all these big names are such big...
they're show groups.
They're show
and then
groups.
We're
yeah.
working groups.
We're working
kind of,
groups.
you know.
There you go. Thank you for saying
I'm like...
I'm trying to like put the words together.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that you can't compare them because I mean we do two different things. You know what I mean? Like ours, our aim is to please, and at the same time, like Sol does that too. But they're also like inspiring future generations. You know, Mariachi Education putting on a show for like not just the average patron at this restaurant or whatever. They're putting on shows for like important people too. You know, so it's a completely different area of expertise, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Because it reminds me of when Arturo Vargas came to play with us, which to this day I always remember that comment where like Arturo Vargas is playing with us on Facebook. Where like, yeah, he came down to help us out or whatever, and someone put like, damn, times are rough.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn, like I'm sorry, like, but I mean it's because he came down. He wanted to come help. It was his decision to come help. Like not help. That we didn't need him there. I mean, he was. We were appreciative that he wanted to come work with us, right?
Yeah.
He could have been like chilling at home or like where he was staying, but he was like, I want to come work with you guys, like, and he made it out like 3 weeks that he was here or whatever.
Not 3 weeks. You say like 2 months?
It wasn't months, bro.
It was months.
It was like a month.
No.
It was a month, bro.
No.
I promise.
It wasn't. He probably
2 months.
Yeah, because of the reason he came for it.
Was it 2 months?
I don't think we can say why he came, but like for the reason that he came for,
Was it 2 months?
He had to stay more than a month.
Okay,
sure.
well then point is for that time that he was there, he decided to work with us, you know, but that was his decision. But at the same time, like he would always like not make fun of us, but he'd always say the same shit like, "A qué horas mañana? A qué horas es el masacre?" You know, like, La masacre, right? So it's like, what time is the massacre? Like, damn, like he said that first night. You know,
he said it every day, bro.
Every
like,
day. But what I'm saying is like, apenas nos había conocido, and right away he was like, yeah. So what
well,
time?
I mean, he was cool with Arturo. And
Yeah,
Luis,
yeah.
So I mean, he directed it to them. You know, he was
Yeah.
like, "¿Qué era la masacre?" I'm like,
damn. ¿Cómo le explico?
aquí no se acaba el masacre, güey.
Yeah. So like I mean, obviously, like this dude's in Vargas, you know, the world's best mariachi, you know. So it's like we can't tell him nothing, and I'm not like I'm gonna tell him anything, or even like consider saying anything. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right. But
you got me. Like,
yeah, it's like you can't compare Vargas to what we're doing because at that point we're a work group, you know. We're here to put on a show. So like when Patrick's sitting there, which he made us sing, he came to sing with us one of the songs, and the first one he asked for was Mal Pagadora, which if you saw it on Facebook, they were rehearsing it like a week prior or something like that. So de Mexico had put up a video of them like, you know, rehearsing it. And I remember thinking, like, as soon as he asked for it, like, damn, I should have watched the whole video, bro. Like, because I just saw, like, the intro, and I was like, damn, that's cool. But, like, you know, I moved on, you know. Like, I didn't watch the whole thing. Like, I'm sorry, you know. I just watched the beginning. I was like, oh, chingon, you know. But, you know, I moved on. But I remember thinking, like, bro, like, you just learned it last week, way. Like, no me la sé yo. I'm like, because he's saying it, and he's saying it well. But, I mean, no me la sabía, you know.
Yeah.
You and me were, like, looking at each other. And I
was more like, I've heard it, but I'm like, I've heard it enough though to be like,
to be confident in it, you know, to be like, yeah, aquí va el cambio, you know.
Because
las paradas, you know.
Arturo kept being like, hey, creo que es este tono. I'm like, sure. I'm like, a ver, ponla. And I'm like, nah. You know, like, it was like try and error, like, no way. And then, like, you kept telling me, like, Pablo Flaco, but then Arturo was like, no way, aquí cambia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna primera segunda way, chingo, you know,
because Arturo is very much like me traiciona, dude, so many times to the point where I can't even trust him anymore. Like, because you know, like it happens a lot where like Arturo will go up to sing, and then he always has like hand signs, but his hand signs mean the same shit for a lot of different things. Like this could mean like primera, could also mean like primer verso, could also mean like sale. This could also mean, you know, do, you know, so like he uses all the same shit. So like he also be like this, but this could also mean re, or I don't know what he does, you know. So every single time que me traiciona, I'm like, I'm never gonna listen to this fool again. Like I just trust my gut, you know, like and try to just listen. But no, Arturo does the same thing, and then he'll be like tercera, and then we'll come at tercera, and he's like, I'm like, no, that doesn't fit. You and me were like, that doesn't fit. And then after the song, he's like, I know about tercera. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't think it does. He's like, how chingados no? Like, I'm like, bro, si no te la sabes, like, what makes you think that we do, you know?
I mean, he's trying to help, you know. But
No, he is, yeah.
Like, I always just get. Sometimes he does throw me off, or
Hell
like people
yeah.
throw me off just because, you know, I don't know. We're human and we
Yeah.
make mistakes, so. But yeah, that's what happened there, and I'm like, now it's in.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. I mean,
Yeah. I was just like,
it started slow, because I remember, Del Talon, we were like, all right, you know, 20th song, who wants it? And then it was just like crickets, dude.
nobody, dude.
And I'm like, fuck. But I mean, it was cool because it gave us a chance to or it gave me a chance to catch up with Patrick, which I hadn't talked to in a while. So
Yeah, since you were a little skinny kid that went down to the valley. That's what he said. That's what he said.
yeah, that's what his mom said. He's like,
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
you
he
had
said-
met his mom. Yeah.
yeah. He's like, my mom asked about you. She's like, what happened to the skinny kid? I'm like,
And I told him, I was like, the skinny kid ate Victor to get stronger, bro. Now he's big Vic.
I didn't
you
get
know?
that strong. Like I'm like, I had no nutrition. He was just like,
Put those huesitos,
it's like,
bro.
it's like eating chicken, bro. Like
it's like eating a steak with like the puro pinche hueso. Like, good. You know? Nah, but yeah, it was cool. I mean, nobody asked for talon, so we're just sitting there like, damn, like nobody wants any.
I
So
picked up after a while, but yeah.
Yeah, like they walked up to us and we had like a whole ass conversation, like, you know, just about, you know, whatever, you know, but we had a whole conversation and they ended up taking off, and then that's when someone decided to ask for songs. So we had to pass like half an hour, like just standing there waiting for like talon or something to
That's
come
weird.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they finally asked, so we played a couple songs for these people at the bar or whatever. The guys that usually ask for songs, they took off. I don't know if you saw it. They told Arturo, they were like, we'll be back.
Bro?
But they didn't come back. Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
The My Life a Movie.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, him and his little
He was
posse.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember the other guy.
And then the guy with the ponytail.
Yeah.
He looks a little buff.
Yes,
Or he's
what?
just a big guy. He's just a big guy, big arms. But anyway, he told I heard them tell Arturo like ahorita venemos, and then que se fueron, but they no regresaron. So they got arrested or something, or they're liars. No, no, but so we played for some guys at the bar. I mean, we played till close. They cut us off, and
Even a little bit more over, I think.
yeah, because the guy that we played for, they did this shit last time where they were all like, una más. And they'll ask the manager because they see that the manager is the one that cuts us off.
Yeah.
So it's like, una más, por favor, una más una, no más una. So I'm like, damn. So we ended up playing like another couple, and yeah, we got out of there. Oh, like I said, it was funny because we had like completely different guys in the group. It was like 3 ringers, no 4 ringers, because it was Chuy, Checo, Flaco, and Diego. So 4.
Oh, see?
So it was 7 of us, and only 3 of us are in the actual group.
We're outnumbered.
Yeah, dude. It was like a region group, like an all region group. Just got some elements from everywhere, you know. But yeah, so we ended up doing that for Seafood Shack. Good night, I think, since we played the whole night, so that was good.
We got me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, because we thought there was nothing.
But yeah, that was Thursday. Friday,
Burros.
Burros.
It was good. Hot. No, it wasn't that hot. It rained all weekend, so it was humid.
It's getting cold.
That's the only thing. This was humid. It feels gross. Did we have any? Oh, Flaco came out. It was his birthday.
It was his birthday.
When
Which
you
you
guys-
didn't know,
It's
asshole.
because you guys said felicidades,
Yeah.
and I was just thinking like, why? Like, did this fool won?
What did he
win
do?
Something?
What's so special that he had to be like
Exactly.
congratulated?
So that because y'all didn't say like like feliz cumpleaños. Y'all just said like felicidades, and he's like, oh gracias, and I'm like, damn, like did he post something on Facebook that I don't know about? Like did I fuck up? But then like when we played mañanitas and everything, like for the people at the restaurant, like y'all said like a flaco, or just say flaco.
A Flaco, yeah. Oh,
They didn't
Jesus.
say Jesus, right? I think flaco or primo. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was. Anyway, when they said happy birthday to him, I was like, it's a cumpleaños, güey. I felt bad. Because I was like, it's your birthday, bro. Like, I had no idea. Like,
Chivato.
le di un beso y todo. I was like,
Chivato, güey.
But yeah,
I was fucked up.
he had his kids there. His kid has red hair. That's cool. He looks like he's got like red hair or like orange hair.
He's like a ginger.
Like
I think it's just really brown, no?
no, it's. I mean, unless I can't see. You know, with 2020, LASIK, you know.
Well, I don't know. Like, well, I don't know.
It's very orange.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
He looks like Garfield.
It's like Chucky. Or like, or just, you know, Canelito. Or, you know, like.
Yeah, they call him Canelo.
Yeah. But yeah.
The other kid looks just like him, bro. Like,
is he the one with the cut?
No, he had like a.
Like
they don't have cut cuts.
Well, it's like a fishbowl.
Yeah, I guess.
I think.
So he looks like a Mexican kid, but like he looks like little Hector, like little Flaco, you know? He's just, like running around. Like,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Flaco out here reproducing, bro.
Yeah, I did. And that one was his exact DNA strands, you know, like
my
copy.
DNA was USA.
Uh,
that happened, and then it was packed when I got there because I got there first.
Yeah,
it was packed.
We need to start charging like per seat, bro. Honestly.
Whoa, they do that now.
I know. You remember when it was Mother's Day, Burros?
Yeah, you had to reserve the table.
They knew that people were gonna come watch us, so they were like, "All right, we're gonna start charging, like $35 like per table, and you have to reserve. The only way you can sit out here is if you reserve." I'm like, "Damn, like Chingon just using us as promo."
I
bro.
can't imagine that. We didn't even get a cut. I was like,
nah, wait.
I don't know how that restaurant stays up.
I don't know, dude.
Not to throw shade. No, throwing shade. Like I don't know how like they do it.
I don't know, man. Well, did I talk about this last week, or was that this week? There was like a big long table there. It might have been last week. I don't remember. I'll just say it again. But yeah, someone ate something, and you could tell that all of them were just real dissatisfied. They were just like, I could see them. They were like, "Le falta sal," and like you see them like reaching over for the sal.
Yeah.
They're just saying like, "This shit doesn't taste like anything." I'm like, "Damn, like
Fuck.
that's rough, dude."
It's very rough.
I mean, you just gotta throw a little bit of salt on there, you know, like.
And then it's because like el cocinero's like looking outside the window, looking at us. He's like, damn.
Oh
yeah, this shit slapped.
It's
like,
funny when
like on atrás, he's just all like.
Yeah, because like el taquero, he's cool. Like I said, we've talked about him before. He's fought someone, or he's tried to fight someone, and you know, like there.
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, you weren't there. It was early on. But anyway, he's a friend of Arturo and stuff. And it's funny because like you could tell that the kitchen is slow because he walks out and he opens the door and he just watches us.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know his name and he doesn't know my name, but we always like make eye contact and I'm like, and he's all like,
yeah,
you know, he just says what's up like that, you know. And it's just kind of like an unspoken bond that me and him have, you know, we share, which is like, and he's like,
no, está bien.
Yeah, with this little hairnet,
yeah,
you know.
Chivata.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Burros was a little slow because as soon as we finished, we're like, a ver quién quiere, you know, talón, and they kind of pulled the same thing as Seafood Shack. No había nada, dude. Did we play anything?
Yeah, we played a little bit,
but it wasn't nearly as long, you know, as it usually is. Cause
we stayed around again. We hung out. We were like,
yeah,
being best buds.
And then Diego showed up for like the last two songs of Talón.
Yeah.
Like, because Arturo had told him the day before, because he had helped us out on Thursday, and he was like, hey, man, like, can you help me out tomorrow? I think he had like work, because he came in the traje.
Yeah.
An all black traje, which we had the white and black. So he got there for like the last two songs of Talón, because I remember Arturo said, like, pues ahí cáele, güey, like, cuando llegues or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he shows up, he plays like two songs at Talón, and then ya se acabó. Like, that was yeah. But I mean, like, he goes too because of the atmosphere. He goes to hang out, you know.
Yeah.
So it's funny because like when we were like this time nos apagaron las luces, but it wasn't because we were playing. Like we actually stayed there to hang out. Like y'all did, you know.
Where he's like, "No, te comadre aquí, güey."
Like to the point where I think we were putting up the sound system in the dark again.
Were we?
Oh, no, we put up most of it, but yeah, like the wheel it out and everything. Like we were, like the lights were off. Nos apagaron las luces. I'm like, damn. That's rough. But I mean, it was fine. We went to QT.
Oh yeah, we went to QT.
Boyo wasn't here to order the quesadillas. So we're like, damn, like. And it was funny because I stopped at the QT right before getting to Burros. So I stopped like to Did I get it? Yeah, I got a Red Bull. So the cashier's probably like, you again? Because I came back.
I always
just
see
like an hour later.
I went 3 times because I went back after I left to go put gas, and it's always the same
shit.
guy. It's like this bald guy.
So he saw you too?
Yeah. He's like, morning. I'm like, ¿qué? He's like, yeah, it's 2 in the morning. I'm like, ¿qué?
Damn.
Chivato.
Yeah, every time I go through there, like I feel like it's the same guys, so they always see me in the same situation.
Probably used to it. They're like,
yeah, they see me in traje, looking hella sweaty, trying to get out of there like as soon as possible. I'm probably just getting like a quick little taquito just to get out of there, like. Because sometimes after burros, like I'm like really hungry for some reason. I mean, this is like what 1 in the morning or 1:30 in the morning or whatever it is, and like by the time I'm leaving out of there, I'm like, damn, like I'm pretty hungry. So sometimes I'll stop at QT, bro. Like just because I mean it's fast and easy. I don't have to wait through any line,
Like you stop at the In-N-Out, bro.
No, I tried, bro. It was during Quaresma when I gave up Whataburger for the whole Quaresma. I stopped at In-N-Out. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it again. I even brought it to my wife, and she ate some. And like, no, I feel like maybe I'm exaggerating, but if she says no too, then I would think that maybe we're onto something here.
They are good. They're just not
It's
what
not.
people say it is.
And you can never tell me that the fries are good. Even the animal style fries, like I mean, the
Oh,
flavor
no.
is good, but like the texture, everything's off. Like it's just off.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Saturday, I got hoed.
Yeah.
I thought the group were my boys, bro.
So what happened was
No, shut up.
we had a late
see-
meetup.
Huh? Yeah, we went at 4.
No, this all started with the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What
I don't know
happened?
what happened to BH.
I know what happened.
Huh? Well, I don't. Cause we were like hanging out in the parking lot, right?
This is the
And
night
then,
before.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I can say it. So I told Arturo like, okay, ya me voy, güey. I specifically being like, a las 4 en el cine, right? It's like, sí, güey, ahí te veo. And I'm like, okay.
The cine means the movie theater. So not everybody knows, bro. This might be their first episode. We have meeting spots, okay? So like he said 4 p.m. at the cine.
Yeah.
Just setting it
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta give context.
Y luego lo que pasó is that I mostly do it casi todos los tiempos, but sometimes I don't do it. ¿Qué me preguntó? I usually send like a confirmation to Arturo, like either text him or the group chat, like, hey.
Usually been the
Just-
group chat.
I just wanna have it like written so I can see it, cause sometimes like I'm an idiot, so like I could just misread it or misremember.
Mhm.
I can do that too, like I'll be like, fuck, era negros, and I look at the group chat, I'm like, oh no, it's vacas.
Yeah.
So it's just to make sure I'm like, a las 4 en el cine, right? To the group chat,
Right.
like at 3 in the morning. I think I remember.
Yeah, it
saying
was
the thing.
really late.
Yeah, I got home and Arturo's like, yes, confirmed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the next day, I'm like, all is good in the world, like nothing can go wrong. like, I wake up, breakfast, me hago mis huevitos, way. Like, I'm like singing. There's like birds chirping. Like the weather's not so bad. And then I'm driving right down 183, up 161, 635. Turn in el cine, right, or the movie theater, and no one's there. It was like 3:59, I think. And then I'm like looking around, no one. I don't see anybody's car. I usually recognize them, I recognize like your truck's very recognizable, like Don Mike's car. No, well, he wasn't gonna be there, but
Yeah.
still. And then I see the group chat again. I see like 4 messages, I think there were. And then and he's like, Arturo's like, on tan charros, and I'm like,
Question mark. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he's here. Like, where's he at? Like, I don't see a van. And then like, he's like, oh no, en el cine no, like a Guitar Center in Louisville.
He was referring
right?
to your message.
Yeah.
He finally read it, like
yeah.
consciously read it, like 4 p.m. in el cine question mark.
Yeah.
And he's like looking around, like this isn't the cine, like he's like, oh.
So I remember reading them like, I remember saying like no mames, and then it's like Arturo's calling you, and I'm like no mames.
Because okay, so like right before that, so what happened with me was I pulled up and I had kind of the same experience as you. Like nobody was there, just the van. So I was like, damn, like I'm the first one. Like, bro, I was fucking hype. I was like, it was like, what time did you say? It was 4, right?
For me,
so
it was 4.
I got there like at 4:04. Like, 4 minutes late, but I mean, like I said, nobody was there, so I was winning. I was like, hell yeah. So then I get in there, I walk into the van, and it's another van because right now Arturo's trying to see what kind of van he's gonna get. But I walk in, I'm like, damn, this shit is you, bro. Like this shit is nice.
No roaches
or nothing. And I'm just thinking like, where's everybody at, bro? I was like, who's coming to help us? And he's like, oh, Chuy and Cynthia. I'm like, okay, well they're missing. And then like Saul wasn't there, so he's on his way. So that's when he sent that message over like Charros on tan. And then he was like, no mames. And I'm like, ¿qué güey? He's like, pinche Victor, güey, no mames.
Yo, like,
yeah, so I was like, what, bro? And he's like, I think at this point he was already calling you.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me, I think I sent him to the cine. And then I'm like, no mames. And then like, you answer and you're like, Arturo, or he's like, Victor, and he's like, no mames.
Yeah.
We're all saying the same shit. So he's all like, hey, güey, sí, güey, te mandé al cine, bro. He's like, no mames. Because it was just funny because like we all knew this was a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Like we knew there was no way out of this. Like you're already over there, we're already over here. So he was even like, ni pedo, güey. Like, ay, quédate, ahorita, ahí me esperas. And you're like, pues ni modo, no.
Pues sí, güey.
Like, what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna leave. So then we waited for Chuy and his wife got there, Cynthia, and then Saul, and that was it. We got all get on the van. Luckily, the movie theater was south.
Yeah, it was just down the street.
Not
basically.
down the street, but I mean, we still had to go out of our way to go get you.
It was like 20 minutes.
Well, anyway, so we show up, and then like we pull up, we see your car. You're like the only one there. You open the van, and it's funny, or like you open your car and you walk out. The first thing is like you look this way, and we're all looking at you. And we're all like,
it wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm the one being shamed.
Yeah,
like
it was a misunderstanding.
I took all precautions. I did everything I could in my power to do what's right.
I think what's funny is how easily it could have been avoided. Like, just to the fact that you had written evidence that says 4 p.m. Like, if you look at the chat, it said 4 p.m. in El Cine, ? And none of us, out of the freaking 8 or whatever are in there, none of us were like, no, he said Guitar Center. We were all on board. Like, no, it's the Guitar Center. So, like, none of us read that and thought, like, Cine? No, that's not right. Like, we all, like, everybody just over our head. So, like, when it all happened, we're like, damn, like, we were all fucked up, like, this ain't a good situation, like. I mean, like I said, you went that far, so it's not like it was a big deal. We picked you up, and ya nos fuimos, ya. No pasó nada.
Échense una gas todavía,
Yeah, we still went to the gas station. We got, like, little snacks. This is we went to Itasca. Itasca's got a lot of cops. So my sister got pulled over there once, actually.
They do?
Yeah, a lot of cops there.
It's in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like,
yeah, it really is. So we went to this quince. We went to this quince way far out into the boonies, bro.
Like, I thought we think Palo Point Arbor are boonies. But literally here, it's like, they're not even houses. Son como trailers.
It was off the side of the road. Yeah, it was a dirt path.
But I could tell, like, eran terrenos.
Yeah.
But, like, they divided them into little squares. And the little corner would be, like, a little trailer. And then the rest would be for, like, para las vacas.
Yeah. And there was there was some vacas on that side. But that's it. It was very solo though. It was a very, very quiet place. So when we showed up, it was very muddy too. And then like
there were like wild dogs too. Because when we were leaving, like unos perros.
I'm like, muerte. Yeah. We went forward. This was an outdoor quinceañera. All they did was put up some tents, some like fairly big tents.
Little tabla for the dancing.
Yeah, just like literally pieces of wood just for the dance floor. And then they had like another little carpa or, a little casita to put the DJ.
Which was useless as fuck. DJ.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. But like when we got there, my first intention for nothing, like I never even thought it could possibly rain. That didn't even cross my mind when we pulled up. because it was hot. It was like muggy or whatever. But then we finally started. Like you remember, we even went to like a section where there was shade because it was sunny. I remember us being like, yeah, let's over here on the Aiga Sombra, you know, so we can not be, you know, dying in the heat. So we played off to the corner somewhere, and we were supposed to be there for 2.5 hours from 6 to 8:30. And we started, and little by little it just started getting dark. Like, not just because the sun was going down, but like it started getting dark, like ominous darkness. You know what I mean? So like little by little, I saw the clouds getting darker, and it looked more like the movie Twister. So like I even told you, I was like, bro, maybe I was just paranoid. I was like, them clouds be shaking, bro. Like they look like they're doing this shit right here.
Like twisting?
They're vortexing, you know. So I got a little scared, you know. I was a little afraid.
Well, one of them started like to precipitate. Is that what you said? Like you could see it started running like in the distance.
Off to the distance, you could see where there was waterfall. It was almost like where we were. There was just like a pocket of clouds, and everything around us looked like bad. You know, like tornado weather. Like off to the side, it looked like brown, darkish, and you could see the lightning going through it, like if Thor was there. And on this side, it just looked like a whole bunch of cluster of clouds. So it was all around us, but not like on top of us.
But the one to start like raining with, like started coming our way.
Yeah,
like,
it started coming this way.
You're like, where's the biggest cloud? And then you look up, you're like, oh shit.
Like, oh my god, you know. And it was funny because I think I was like calling it. I was like, or not calling it. I put it on my story. I was like, who thinks it's gonna rain? And yeah, like sure enough, like maybe like 20 minutes later, like we're under like, you know, the carpas because it was like pouring.
Yeah.
Because little by little estaba chispeando, and right away, like what's his name? Saul was like, hey, no disrespect, but if it rains, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like
that was my thought too. And then when we were playing, like I told you, like I felt like a drop following my wrist.
Yeah, it was
and
cold.
I was like,
cold
yeah,
water.
you feel there was like this this cold air hit us.
Well, that's why I told you I got kind of hyped because I was like, that's the first cold, not just like fresh. I'm talking like cold air that I've felt, you know, since when did it stop getting cold? Like April this year.
Yeah.
So like April was like the last month that it felt like cold outside, where you could wear like a hoodie because it was like cold. So that was the first. I mean, May, June, July, August, September, October. So September. So it was like 5 months since it's been like cold. So like when that hit me, I was like, I started singing like fucking Jingle Bell Rock, dude. I was like, that's that cold coming in, you know.
Yeah. And then I feel like drop on my wrist. I'm like, ya valió madre, way. Like,
and it got there so fast because I mean we started moving towards the tents, and then out of nowhere, boom. And so like the issue then becomes like us to protect our instruments, and then also like put up our sound system because our sound system uses electricity, you know. So like it doesn't do well, you know, in the water, and if it's pouring rain, then it probably isn't a good deal. Which then just kind of showed how bad this DJ was that was there, because the whole time, bro, that we're playing our set, you know, we're playing, they have this going on in the background. They're like,
they're doing the little sound check or whatever.
Yeah, like it's not like loud, but it's like there. Like we're over here playing, you know, like Mujeres Divinas or something that's like slower, and you could just hear like in the background, and I'm like, dude, like, DJ, wait, like, más respeto, cabrón.
And then we stopped playing, and then they stopped playing, and like,
okay. So like during the whole desmadre that was this going on, that where we were all under the tents and stuff, it got like super quiet, and it got like super like dull. There was no animo, there's nothing, because now like the quinceañera, the parents are like damn, like it's fucking raining. Like, this is the point you're supposed to, like, not make it awkward and be all quiet. Like, play some little cumbia, play something, you know?
Because they were under a tent. They had, like, a whole tent for them.
For just
you know?
them.
So it's like they have no excuse to be like, oh, we got to protect our shit. Like, no, everything they had was under, like, the... What was it?
Like
tent. Right?
Yeah.
So they were just kind of chilling there. And then, like, us, along with, like, all of the... Not clients... Los invitados.
Yeah.
Like, we were, like, packed under, like, this line of tents, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, like, awkward because everybody's, like, some people are drying out. Other people are just kind of sitting there because they got there first. So they're kind of, like... they're just like uncomfortable. Like other people were moving the food. They're moving the food under the tent,
under the tent,
right? And we were moving like some of the sound system in the tent. So it was very like a lot of things were going on,
like
and
very
then it was
claustrophobic.
Yeah,
too, like,
and it was very quiet. So I'm like, una musiquita, ahora sí. Now would be the time to be like,
put something.
Yeah,
you know.
So then they didn't play anything. You know, the rain came and went, and we're like, okay, well, I mean, I think the mom told Arturo, well, at least just play las mañanitas and whatever, and then you guys can go, right?
When she asked for that, I was like, eating.
Yeah.
Because we all got to play because we're like, might as well, you know? So, like, I heard her saying that, like, nomás toquen las mañanitas or something, you know, once it comes down, and I'm just like, trying to scarf down this food as fast as possible. Like, not even no tortilla.
I was walking to the trash can, like, just like...
Yeah. Y todavía estaba chispeando, you know, like, when we finally did play, like, our last mañanitas just so that we can get out of there,
right.
like, you know.
So we go to this dance floor.
La pista.
Yeah. And then, you know, we're getting ready to play, and next thing you hear is like... You're like, motherfucker, like... como dice mi mamá, güey, like, ¿cómo puede ser tan inútil, güey? Que, like, o sea, andas así de cagapalos, güey. Like, there's no common sense to be like, oh, they're about to play, you know? Like, I should probably, like, lower the volume on my 12 speakers that are meant to cover, like, half the country, you know?
Yeah. Which it was more annoying because, like, when we played in Mañanitas, you know, at the end, like, we didn't have our speakers anymore because, I mean, we had already put them up. It was raining and shit. So, like, now you can hear us even less. And the DJ decides to be like, oh, like, I had this shit off the whole time. Like, damn, let me turn it back on.
Turn this shit up, bro.
You know, and I'm like, dude, like, no piensa, you know, no pensó, like, no, like, fuck these guys. Like, let me just play every time they're playing. Like, so stupid. But at that point, we're just like, whatever, you know, we're just playing Mañanitas and let's get out of here, you know. Put up our shit and we dipped out of there. And then we had to travel all the way back to Allen, which was like an hour and 20 minutes away. And the whole time, I mean, was the client, we know this client, she was calling us the whole ride over. Yeah. Like, apparently, she wanted us there at 8:30. And Arturo was like, I never said we were going to get there at 8:30. We got there at 10. Yeah. You know?
He's like, you told me you wanted at 30. I told you I would get here around 10.
She's like, no. Yo les dije a las 8:30. I'm like, yeah, that's what you said. But I told you we can't get there at that time. Yeah. I mean, if we finished at 8:30, I don't think we can get there at 8:30. You know, like, you know, we have an hour and a half drive, you know, that we have to make, you know. So... Y eso que, you know, we took it all the way. And then once I think Arturo had seen that, like, he was all like, we're almost there. Una gas? Yeah. So we stopped at racetrack. We're like, fuck it, might as well get something, you know. And it was a good thing because this last gig, we thought it was just 2 hours because it was supposed to be just 2 hours. 3. No, it said 2 hours a primero. That's what it said at first. Like, I think on the schedule it said 3. But she said to do 2. And we were done. Remember we played Culebra? Yeah. And then we played Culebra. And then she said, no, like, keep it going. So that's when it turned to 3. After that, it turned to 4. So we ended up playing 4 hours there total. We got out of there at 2. That's when we finished, like 2:17 or something like that. It was like 2:17 in the morning. Which we were a little concerned at the beginning. Or she said she was concerned. She's like, yeah, llegaron bien tarde because we got there at 10. It's like, les van a hablar a la policía. Because, like, she lives in, like, a pretty good neighborhood, you know, where, you know, for sure you got some neighbors that could probably call the cops, like, 'cause it's getting, like, loud or whatever. You know? It's a Saturday night, but still, you know, like, culeros así, you know, they start calling. Mm-hmm. But no, we played the 4 hours in their backyard, and it was very humid. They had a tent up, I guess, because it did rain, but it just felt ugly in there. But it was a good time. Like, it was chill for being a little backyard gig.
The lady always loves you, bro. She's like, oh, mira, ¿qué mamá dice?
It's because she's in my fraternity at Texas State. I met, well, at the time he was a pledge, and now he's a brother, right? But, like, I saw him when he was a kid, dude, like a freshman, you know? And it's funny because I didn't find out till later that she was one of our, like, clients. She so now she knows me as her son's friend. Yeah. You know, because he's my friend. Every time
she's using me, she's like, ay, mira, lo quiero mucho. And I'm like, oh, sí, el pinche Sammy.
¿A mí? Sí, güey. That's not what I saw, bro.
Fuck you mean?
No. Anyway, but yeah, like she knows me, obviously. She always says what's up.
Knows you.
But like everybody that's there too, like we know the family that's there. Like we've seen them thousands of times at this point. Like we've literally been playing for them for years. Like,
Yeah.
At this point, like the this group of people, you know. But we played the 4 hours. What else happened?
I got late. I was like, taco madre. Güey.
Everybody did. Did I take
You
a
took
shot?
a shot? No mames, no te acuerdas.
I took one. I took one.
That's all it took, bro. You're just like,
No, okay.
Ni te acordabas. You're like,
Nah, dude.
Estás
You guys
mal.
were all a
Estás
little lit.
mal, Sammy.
You ended up playing violin for
Yeah.
like 45 minutes.
Well, Saul was like,
Well, Saul played guitarrón for 45 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Saul was inspired. I was inspired, bro.
and it was funny because Chuy and Cynthia were really impressed with your violin skills.
Apparently.
Because you were playing violin, but they were medios,
Yeah.
you know, and you were a little, you know, tomadito. So it just looked like a line of cats, bro. Like, you know, y'all were all playing. Like, and then it's funny because they were like really impressed with like what you were playing. And I just remember thinking like, are they seeing what I'm seeing? Because you were like,
I was struggling, bro. I'm just like,
I was like, you're moving that bow a little too much, bro. Like,
but I still think it's hard way, like full ball. I'm like, but on the strings, bro. I'm like over here, like
air bowing.
Like me estoy degollando, güey. I'm like,
oh man, no, but it was just funny because I mean I'm like the only sober one, so I'm just. Oh no, actually Arturo was good. He was
oh yeah. Oh, Arturo said you drank enough.
He was driving.
So
But he was driving too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like it's funny because like he looked over at you guys like, todos bien pedos, güey. I'm like, hola, cara. I'm like, this was like to be me, bro. Like, when you're like sober, you're just looking at everybody like, disgusting. No, but by the time we get out of there, she gave. Oh, you got a quesadilla there?
Yeah, it was really good.
Honestly, like,
more, bro.
I was hungry.
I
was hungry too, but like, I wanted to get out of there. Like, we'd been there 4 hours. I'd been hot, and like I said, I just wanted to get out of there already. Like,
she had to hit it up, which made me say no. But apparently, someone else said yes.
I think Cynthia got food too.
Right.
Yeah. True.
So I was like, well, might as well, like.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be outside just waiting. So it's like, but they were good.
You walked. You remember?
Huh?
You walked into the van. You gave me 2 Capri Suns and your quesadilla, and you're like, hold this.
Yeah.
And then she just left. So I'm just sitting there.
Well,
like,
I had to put up the base.
I know, but like no context, no nothing. You're just like, hey, wait, hold this. I drank one of the Capri Suns.
Oh, for real?
Because I had it in my hand and I was like,
that was for Cynthia.
Whoops. She didn't ask for it. I drank it, bro. Like, I stabbed it and I had a defective hole, bro, because they wouldn't let the straw go in. So I just like drank it like a little kid.
You
like
sucked it out, damn.
Yeah, I felt like a little kid.
Well, it's because that lady apparently listens to that podcast.
Apparently.
Because she told me, she's like, Dan, llévate esto. And then she's like, llévate dos Capri Suns para que no digas en el podcast que no tenemos de comer. I'm like.
You're like. It's kind of weird because we had this last week with the Incredible Man.
Oh, yeah.
Where I told you where I feel like he knows we're out here because he'd just be like, CharroBeans. Get in CharroBeans? Like, and we're like. So now it makes me like kind of self-conscious because I forget that like clients have Arturo on Facebook. Arturo's affiliated with us. You know, sometimes I tag him and shit, you know. So it's like, damn, like, do they know we out here? Which I don't think we say anything bad on here.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's just like,
I guess she knows we're gonna talk about it. So she's like,
she knows we exist.
Yeah.
You know, or that this is a thing. So now I feel like all the clients are gonna be like, hey, when you gonna let me on the pod? Like,
right.
You know, like people ask us like,
it just did throw me off. She was, porque she sentí como un bajón. I was like,
yeah, because you're todo medio like you're like having a good time. Yeah. You're like, huh? What do you mean?
I'm like, if 2 + 2 is 4. Like, wait. Like, disculpa, señora.
No, yeah, but yeah, we got out of there. I wanted food, dude, because like I said, I would have gotten some of that quesadilla, but
you were good.
I was trying to get out of there.
La salsa estaba buena con aguacate, güey.
Yeah, I said I want to get out of there. And there's a Whataburger right by the meeting place in Guitar Center, and I stopped there, and there was a cop pulling someone over in the drive-thru. So like I pulled up and they're like drive-thru is closed. And I was like, I'll just go around them, bro. Like I don't care.
That would never stop Fort Worth, bro.
I was like, knows me pedo, way. Like,
I'll tell you about the time in Fort Worth, like the Whataburger by Main Street and 28th. On that same little section where Whataburger is, está una fiesta. It's like a little shopping thing too, right? Yeah. Well, the parking lot there is huge.
Yeah, it is.
Which people used to do truck meets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gross.
So one time I was pulling up, and then I see all these trucks. Y en chinga, güey, llegaron como 3 patrullas. And that shit, like, everybody was just like, skedaddle, bro.
Yeah,
like,
they scattered.
Fucking daddle. Like, some people try to play it off. Like, they went to the drive-thru at Whataburger.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, I'm just like...
Oh, like, you were in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
funny. Sure enough, viene el policía, he's like, ¿dónde vas, cabrón? You know, like, we literally saw you, like...
They go up to you in your camera, like, you were at the truck meet too, huh?
I'm like looking at my car, like...
like, no mames, officer. You're like, you know what? Step out of the car for me. Like,
I'm like, you step out of the car. What the fuck you doing? Like, I'm like, hold up, bro. I'm like, can I go to number 2, please? Like
all like handcuffed. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get out of this in a second. I'm sorry.
I'm like, you know what, bro? You want something? Like,
no mames.
But yeah, like that would never stop for words, bro. Like,
well, they stopped. Well, I mean, I was in Louisville. You know, like I said, they stopped the guy that was in the drive-thru. So I was like, you're ruining it for everybody, bro. Like,
yeah.
So then I went to I went to a McDonald's. That shit was closed. Then I went to another McDonald's. That shit was closed. Then I went to the Whataburger by my house. It's 3:30 in the morning, dog. And that shit had the line going to the street. And I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Do y'all have gigs too? Like, what are y'all doing out here, you know? So then I left and I went to Jack. And I ordered 3 things and I got like 12 things. So I took a bite out of every
Te vieron
thing.
con hambre, güey. They're like, no.
And I was thinking too, like when they gave me the bag, I was like, this bag feels heavy. And then like I was putting that one away and she's like, oh, this one too. Like she gave me a second bag and I'm like, I was even thinking like maybe it's the churros that I ordered. But then I put it up and then I got here, bro, and I started putting everything out. It felt like I was just stacking money because I was like, boom, 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 boom. It was just literally like sandwich after like egg rolls after fries. It was just everything. I mean, it was a blessing, right? I mean, I probably got like $30 worth of food, like for sure. And I was just thinking like, I just wanted like my burger, bro. Like, damn.
You get la carnita.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. But it was a good weekend. I feel like we got paid pretty adequately. We got an extra 2 hours out of everything, and está bien.
So mal.
No está mal. All right, let's get into Charro. Real quick. We'll get these done as fast as possible so I can go home. All right, Charro Chat. For Mariachi, how much music theory do you believe is necessary? I can only speak on the terms of, armonía, but I know for sure, like, I mean, I've talked about it on here already. Like, you could take it as music theory or charro theory. For charro theory, it helps you a lot to know your círculos and your primera, segunda, y tercera. Like, that's what I say charro theory, because you can just simplify it by saying that. Tus círculos, tus diminished chords, and then, o las arañas, and then your primera, segunda, y tercera. Now, you can say, it's your 1-4-5 theory, or like, what is it called? Your chord progressions and stuff like that. But if you just simplify it, that's what I would say. And knowing the notes that are within the chord
structure.
Yeah, it teaches you the chord structure. So, I mean, that already teaches you that. I mean, I can't say much about melody
I would say
theory.
Harmonizing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, harmonizing, it's the same thing like you always do la primera, segunda, tercera, or like the what's it called? The 1-3-5. The chord structure. So, I mean, it's all the same. Like, knowing chord structure in general, I think helps you out a lot for all of what mariachi does. Because that's all it is. Just figuring out the notes that are in the chord. So, if you understand what the notes that are in every chord, especially if you're playing with the armonía, as a melodía, playing with the armonía, it's just all fitting within the chord structure. Yeah. So, that's
same thing for trumpet players. That's good to know, like, because para poder, like, florear.
Yeah,
that's what they call
también,
it.
yeah.
Know where you're going.
Also, with like violin runs, when they have to improvise, stuff like that, it all just needs to fit within the chord structure. Now, I don't know how much music theory that is because I never took music theory as a class. I'm not a music major,
I think 1 and 2 should be good.
Theory 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Did you ever do 3 or 4?
No.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, that's when you dipped, right?
Bounce.
From the music.
Yeah.
The music, yeah. Because I didn't even take music 1 and 2, but when I was studying for my teacher certification, I would ask you guys, and they would say, I think Saul specifically said that this doesn't go past like theory 2. As far it doesn't get much more. I mean, it does get much more complicated, but I would think that if you're someone like him that's graduating in performance, I mean, you would need this theory to help you out more as a musician. But like as far as the simplification of it, I think you could just go up to theory 1 or 2.
Yeah,
and then you'd be pretty good on mariachi. Yeah. I mean, far as most of the songs,
I do think the more you understand, the better it is.
Not possible.
But I think if like a basic like knowledge of it will be like 1 and 2.
Yeah. There you go.
Así no te pierdes,
Yeah. Violero Tony says no Vargas at the Extravaganza this year. What do y'all think?
Dude, that's wild.
That is pretty cool. Like not cool, but like it's crazy because it's like that's their thing.
Yeah, it's made for them.
Yeah, Mariachi Vargas Extravaganza. So when I got the email for it actually, and it just said like we are renaming for this year as just Mariachi Extravaganza, which I was like, damn, like what does that mean? Because they didn't say explicitly that it was not going to be Vargas. They just said that it was a rebrand. So I was like, okay. And then I read the next paragraph. And then a couple of months or weeks later, I saw that Nuevo was not going to be the headliner. And I was like, oh, that's why it's a rebrand. Because it's not Mariachi Vargas being there. So I was like, oh, shit. And then I saw some reactions on Facebook, too, of people saying, like, they don't know how it's gonna be. It's obviously Nuevo. And then, Vargas and Nuevo are two completely different groups. So, I mean, there's a lot of opinions on it. I mean, it depends on how you see it. But like for me personally, it's like I look at it like as at the end of the day, that conference is supposed to be for students, right? That's what goes out there for the student competitions, the vocal competitions. It's all students. Is there an open category or no?
No sé.
Okay, well,
I've only got the Vargas like twice.
If it's middle school, high school, and college level, then I would think that everybody there is a student. So that means that predominantly the conference itself is for students to go out there. So if I look at it in that aspect, it gives people who maybe have been going the last couple of years and now they're going to see a new group. So now they get to see Nuevo, which is cool now because maybe they don't do anything else other than this extravaganza, right? So maybe like this year they get to see a completely different group and see what that one's all about, and then I can see why someone will be like, but they always have Vargas. So like that's what they're used to. So they can probably feel like, damn, like that sucks. Like you're not going to be here. But if you take it as an opportunity to maybe like see a different group, see how they do it, and then I guess that's cool, if that's how you look at it. But I don't know. It looks interesting. I like Nuevo, I don't mind it at all. What do you think? Why you have that face?
Just kidding. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I was never a big fan of that
conference.
Yeah, to begin with, mainly because my opinion, it was just never, I don't know, interesting to me. I liked the show. I think the show was the best part of that. But like when it came to workshops, like it was all kind of crowded, or like it wasn't. It felt like that wasn't the focus of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a side thing. Like, well, let's just put them on this room and good luck. Learn whatever you can.
What year did you go?
No sé.
What did y'all learn? Because the year I went, you were on harp. Oh, so we didn't go together. Because the year I went, we were learning like rondinela, the nuevo one, or like the rondinela nueva, nueva rondinela.
Yeah.
The one that starts like da, da, da. I forgot. That one. We were learning that one.
One was with Northside. The second time was like with UNT.
Oh, you went with UNT?
Yeah.
Oh, and you were doing that. I forgot. Cool.
It was a free trip. It's like,
yeah.
But
you're like.
And then I remember having like fun memories of that.
No.
Para nada. I just remember being like, no, pues está bien, like that's cool.
Did you watch the competition at all?
I'm pretty sure we had to.
You didn't like it?
I feel like if I did, I would remember,
Oh.
Because I remember like Festiva, I thought it was a cool one. Or
Festiva so far.
Albuquerque, it is. Compared to, you drove to New Mexico, bro? Albuquerque?
Es casi igual.
Albuquerque is what, 9 hours?
No,
10
it's
hours?
12.
12? No mames.
Casi igual?
The valley is like 6 hours.
And you're still in Texas? 6 hours from here?
Yeah.
You're fucking lying. You're fucking lying.
6 or 7 hours.
You're fucking lying. From right here, from my house, bro. Edinburgh, Texas. 7 hours.
¿Yo qué dije?
Yeah, güey. Pero sin tráfico. Ahorita si te vas ahorita, pues yeah, chingón. But like if you leave like in the daytime, it's gonna take you at least 8 hours to get there.
Why you live in the daytime? Te vas temprano, güey.
Chingada. The point is, you're going very far.
Yeah.
Like it's far. I don't know. I mean, I can't say much about this conference. I only went there once. And once in college, I forgot that I went for college. Yeah.
Oh, you competed?
I just competed. Yeah, but we didn't do anything, literally anything. But like I said, if it's a student-focused thing, where like they get to compete and do all that, I guess that's good. It's also good for students to watch other students compete because you get to see like kind of what the competition. Not so much because you want to. I don't like to look at it like I want to watch them so I can beat them. I want to see them so I can get inspired to be like as a musician and be like, damn, like this is where other kids are at. This is where I should try to get to. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Cool.
But as far as Nova being there, I think that's cool. Like I said, it's cool that they didn't cancel it and be like, you know, Vargas isn't gonna be able to come or whatever the situation is, and we're just gonna cancel it this year. Like no, like at least they're finding a way around it and getting another group over here. And that's what the paragraph said. It said that it now gives us an opportunity to look at other groups. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know, maybe this year's Nuevo and then another year it's like another group.
Mariachi
No.
No.
Masacre.
Oh, okay.
Not that good. But yeah. What is one thing that you would change for mariachis universally? You answer that first. I feel like I always go first.
You
go. Which one? What is one thing you would change for mariachis universally? So it's like one thing that you would change about mariachis, I guess.
Like about
anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Like mariachis themselves or like...
Sí, güey. What is one thing you would change for mariachis universally? Like maybe something you just see in the mariachi world that maybe you would want to change for everybody.
I'm like, for love in the world. And maybe it's just less toxicity.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
Or you think of something else now?
Well, I wanted you to say it.
Shut up. I think I think some people, especially now with social media, they can be, they say a lot of things that they wouldn't regularly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that makes other people feel like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's okay, you know? Like, it's okay to have your opinion, but the way you express it and the way you spread it should matter, you know? Like, you don't like a certain thing, okay, that's fine. You shouldn't tell the people that they suck because they do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen a lot of people kind of like I personally, like, me gusta como lo viejito, you know, like in Mariachi. Like, I would, if it were my choice, I would like to go back to that time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously other people like to be like, well, let's take out songs in English. Let's take out songs de la banda or like songs that are not from Mariachi.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's cool too. But like you see people doing those things, and then other people comment like, no, esto no es Mariachi, esto no es X cosa and stuff like that. Like what's your comment gonna do to even like help your point? You know, because it just shows that people like you are dicks. You know. And like people that are out here trying, they're just trying to do their own little thing, but you're not. You're trying to be like this little, because you're not doing anything, but you're trying to like stop them with your comment, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna do anything with your tweet. That's mi humilde opinion, you know.
No, you're right. The toxicity within this music is fucking exhausting sometimes because it's hard. It's hard already because you have to practice. You know, you have to learn your shit. You do all of this or whatever. And like I said, it just takes one video or one clip or one something just to be like, this guy's ass, this guy's trash, this guy should never play mariachi or whatever it may be, right? You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know if this trumpet player was playing the night before, like all fucking night, and maybe they're giving ass in this solo because they're tired, you know, but like that's what got recorded. So that's the thing that's going to get spread. One of the biggest examples I saw like a couple months ago, I think, Mariachi Gallos de Mexico, who are run by Felipe. What's his name? Felipe
Oh, Felipe Martinez?
Martinez, que es el hijo de Pepe, Don Pepe, hermano de Pepe Jr. He has his own group, Gallos de Mexico, right? In this group, like obviously he's a talented musician. They have Julio Martinez, who used to be Mariachi Vargas' harp player. They have ¿cómo se llaman? El Apache on Vihuela right now. Like,
Oh, bro?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So like they have good musicians. They're a good group, you know?
Yeah.
And they always post videos of them rehearsing y todo el pedo, like chingón as, you know, musicians. And then there was a video of you've probably seen it as soon as I say it. They were playing Granada. And there was a trumpet player who was playing the solo. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bum, ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, bum,
No,
bum,
it's
ba-da-da-ba-da-bum, bum, ba-bum, right before the vocals come in. Well, on that part, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum,
oh,
like se le salió el gallo,
Yeah.
¿verdad? But it sounded. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it didn't sound that great, right? But right away, everybody was what they made memes on it. They put like the reaction faces, like also making fun of it. And like someone in the comments was like, ni a los gallos perdonan, you know, Mexico, gallos de Mexico, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so true because it's like I said, they're a renowned group. You know, like people know who they are. They post like all these rehearsals where they're like playing everything perfectly. But as soon as there's one video of like, boom, they kind of fucked up. Now it's like a fucking joke, which makes it rough because now it's like you said, maybe someone won't say that in person because they meet Felipe Martinez in person. They're like, "Oh, maestro, oh, cómo estás?" Oh,
No, so well.
brown nosing like a motherfucker. But then online you're like trash. So
Yeah.
it's like that's toxic, bro. You don't need to say that. Like at no point was that warranted. You know what I mean? Like now you're just putting someone down for no reason. So yeah, it's. I mean, and you could even say that about any other music, honestly. Like,
No, sir.
I feel like the toxicity between musicians is always there. I feel like there's always someone that thinks they're better than you, thinks that they have better technique, whatever. They think more highly of themselves as you, so they feel the need to put someone else down, which isn't cool.
Mm-hmm. So what else would you change?
Well, there's that, the toxicity. Universally in a mariachi. For me, it's the notion that we're not musicians. Like,
Okay.
is he saying anything in mariachi? Because I guess I'm trying to get rid. So it was one thing that you would change from mariachis universally. I would change that people's opinions of us being not musicians,
Okay.
or of us thinking as improper music. A lot of people see as mariachi as like, yeah, just dudes at a restaurant playing music, and like we have to fight that stereotype all the time that we aren't just playing, you know, chan 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 chan. Like there's actual music going on in the background of all this stuff, and I feel like a lot of people, I'm not saying other mariachis, I'm saying like people from the outside can just look at them and be like, we're just a novelty, or we're just like not actual proper musicians that play in tune and stuff like that. I mean, like with anything, you could see a shitty jazz band, you could see a shitty rock band, but like, and you can see a shitty mariachi, doesn't mean they're not musicians. Like, we always have to fight that. I feel that there's not proper music going on in the background. Like it's all rehearsed. Like we're supposed to rehearse, right? But it's all supposed to be rehearsed. It's all in the time signature. It's all in key. Like that's how it's supposed to be. So that's what I mean. Like, I wish that I could make it to where they don't think that our shit isn't proper music. That
Okay.
makes sense? I don't know.
Está bien.
Because you've never had someone tell you that, like, oh, you play mariachi, like that's whack, or like that's weird, or like la música, like it's not as good as this music. It's not as structured as like banda, or like they'll just talk shit about mariachi because like I said, this is shit that I've heard. So that makes me like, damn, like it almost puts down your profession because it's like, damn, like you know what it takes to play mariachi. It ain't easy, you know what I mean? But like other people will be like, oh, like head ass and be like, oh, this shit's harder. Like mariachi is like easy, or like it's improper. Like it's just you guys playing like strumming instruments, but there's so much behind it. So that's what I mean. Like people don't look at it like it can be properly executed and in tune and there's practice behind it. Point is, I'm already explaining it way too much, but that's what I mean.
Okay.
Like they look at it like it being improper, and that like pisses me off. That's always pissed me off when they put down my profession, because it's like, motherfucker. Like, we're trying out here. Like, what the fuck you mean, you know?
I see. Muy bien.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit. You're right. Confessions, real quick. We actually had a gig cancel on us once because a cumpleañero died. So the person they were having the party for passed away.
That's kind of cool. It's like, oh, okay, hold on.
I was gonna say what?
Cause it's like you lived and died on the same day. It's like a whole life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's very weird. Like what I thought. Yeah, like you lived on you were born like August 25th, and then you died August 25th.
That's not
It's
what
weird.
he meant. He
He died on his birthday.
That's
El
not what he
cumpleañero.
said.
No?
We actually had a gig cancel on us once because a
The
cumpleañero
cumpleañero
died. That doesn't mean that they died on that specific day. Like,
What if it was?
maybe they died on Monday and the party was planned for Saturday.
Why would you do that? Why not do it the Saturday before that?
I'm saying, like, they're saying that, like, there was a party planned and they had to cancel it because this fool died.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn.
But what if it was? No, yeah, it sucks. But I'm just saying. That's where my mind went. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you overanalyze that right there. Point is,
Damn, no chamba for you, bro.
I mean, it sucks for everybody, obviously, right? I'm a very, like, I look at the bright side of things. The bright side of that one for me is, like, at least you don't have to, like, pay for more stuff. Oh, I guess you have to pay for
Unless
a
you give a down payment. A funeral is like thousands of dollars.
Fuck, never mind. Sales perdiendo hasta más, güey, because now you have, like, an unplanned expense. Fuck.
It's not even your death.
Damn, man.
Pues ni modo, you know, like...
Y se va a echar a perder todo el mole, güey. Like,
La
fuck.
persona.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
On that note, let's get to book out of here. All right, guys. So that was episode 96. We appreciate you guys coming back for another episode. You guys stay tuned, please, for the rest of these episodes. Make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, commenting, rating, all those stuff. Helps us out, grow as a channel, grow as a community. We're here with the CharroBeans people. And you got anything you got to say?
No, thank you guys. Y'all be safe. Be easy with these changing times.
For reals.
Because it's raining now, but then like the road's going to freeze over as it gets colder. You know?
Easy. So you guys stay safe. Hopefully we see you guys next week. And have a great week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Oh!
I was reading my group chat for school. Some girls like, hey, the quiz, the exam is 2 chapters, right? And we're all like, it's 4 chapters, bro. She's fucked. Like